barbing salon, to gele tying, to this lily hand decoration they make. So many small things that you think you don't look at them as businesses. Look at those that have or are into such businesses. They are doing well. The most important thing is you must have a goal. You start small and you keep developing. And you always must have it at the back of your mind that whatever you are making is business money, not your personal money. And most essentially, you must place yourself on salary. That is the only way you can save and develop. So for graduates, it is start your own business. For non-graduates, we have advanced basic business training. And those that have not gone to school at all, or they are primary school leavers and the rest, we do the basic business training, basic bookkeeping, income and expenditure, and life skills training, where you are taught on how to relate with your customers, how to survive in a business world, and how to survive in your own community. So the special public works is designed to create employment through infrastructural development and maintenance, public utilities and the rest. Most essentially is concerned with provision of transient jobs. The jobs we provided are not usually on a permanent basis, but they are jobs that are supposed to keep you busy for the time being, and as well allow you to save some money that you can start another business. We don't encourage people looking for paid employment. The most important thing is for you to be self-employed. That's the only way you can grow and also be able to provide employment for others. So transient jobs are being provided under the special public works. That is maintenance of and beautification of the streets, our roundabouts. We also train people to learn how to do landscaping. And also, we realize that most of our school leavers, only school leavers, a lot of them will come out with very poor result. And with that poor result, it's difficult for them to go further. And not going further will affect their morale. And then there are also graduates around the community that are also unemployed. So we design what is called graduate coaching scheme, where those that could not make their NECO and GCE will be now be taught by those graduates that are unemployed to be able to retake their exams again. And so far, we have recorded over 90% success. Now, the unemployed has gotten himself engaged. At the same time, the young ones have been able to retake their papers and move ahead. And I think some of you are, and then there is another program we call Graduate Attachment Program as well. For those graduates that have out of school, completed their service, yet no job. So we now identify areas that we could attach them to some industries, some businesses where they could go, and we provide some kind of stipends to assist them in transporting themselves to go to those working places. Now, the basic principle sometimes used here is the fact that supply creates demand. I think if there are some economics here, they say, how can supply create demand? It's the demand that is supposed to create. Is that not so? Yeah. So, but in this case, the supply will create the demand. I give you an example. One home example is Indomie. We never knew Indomie. We never knew Indomie, but now if you want peace in your house, you must have Indomie. Maybe your wife will not allow you to rest, because once you come in, before you say Jack Robinson, she has prepared Indomie for you. It's quite timely for her. It saves her time and effort. So, but the children, in fact, you will not have peace until you have Indomie. It was never as part of our own menu. We never knew it, but it was supplied to us, and now we are the one demanding for it. So in the same way, we believe if these graduates are attached to these industries and workplaces, and they are serious, by the time the period lapsed and they are leaving, they would have created a vacuum, and they will not be allowed to go. Moreover, one of the things that discourages business people from employing others is the stipends, is the wage they pay. So because the ND is giving some kind of stipends, transport allowance, that aspect is not on the businessman. So he's encouraged to accept that person for that period. For him, he's getting something like free service over time. But by the time the person is leaving, you will find out that he would have created a vacuum, and he would want to beg the person to stay, and he'll be paying more than what the ND is paying. Now, in situations, it is expected that graduate along the way, because we mentor them, they will be exposed to the business activities that is being done there. The business may be big, but in their own way, they could find a niche within the big business and be able to do their own after saving from what they have been paid. If all this did not happen and they finish, we now call them back and we train them on the SWAP. Because they have been exposed to the business environment, they would have developed some business ideas. So when they come, they have been tutored and assisted, okay, to develop such ideas into a bankable feasibility report. And after that, the NTE will either support them directly or link them to financial institutions they will get, where they will get some funds to start their businesses. Now, the last program is rural employment promotion. Like Imam Sadiq said, when the COVID came, people were no longer traveling. Abi Ustaz Abbas, during the COVID, were you having customers? No. There are no customers. So what did they do? They went into agriculture. Agriculture has been relevant and is still very relevant. And so far, there is not any sector that has demonstrated such capacity to create jobs like the agricultural sector. So we now encourage our youth to take up agriculture not as what our forefathers were doing for survival. No, it will be done as a business. They will be trained in the modern agricultural practices, modern agricultural business practices, so that they are not doing it now as subsistence or survival. No, they are doing it to make money. And that is what is the rural employment promotion is concerned about. And there are various schemes for the graduates and non-graduates. Processing also, food processing is also being offered, because part of our problem in the less developed countries is that we are only interested in producing the basic raw materials. We don't add value on such things. So the prices remain low. But the moment we are able to add value to what we are producing, look at the recent development in rice production. For our local producers to compete with the foreign, what we were not doing before to our local rice, we started doing. We are now distorting and we are polishing. Before, our local rice, our mothers in the Kurukol, if you have to cook the local rice, you have to start preparing it after Zoom.